97, your community sports channel. Tonight's game, a Charity Cup semi-final match between the Italia Flyers and the Croatia Adria. I'm Bob Segsworth, and I'll be doing the play-by-play, filling in for John Metcalf once again, and joining me to provide his expertise is Mario Anselmo. Welcome, Mario. The officials for tonight's game, Silvio Ferrucci will be the referee, and Ignazio Spadafora and Jack Anselmo will be on the lines. The two teams advanced this far. In first round action, it was the Flyers beating Nickel City. Croatia Adria had a much easier road to get here. Mario, they had the bye into the semifinal.
Best way to get to the next round.
Should be a fairly competitive match. Both teams have similar records going into the season, this far in the season, and both teams relatively young, play quick game. The Flyers have brought up, or just signed, recently transferred from London, Tommy Plummer, who also plays for Laurentian University, and he's going to add some punch, I think, in midfield. They certainly have the best striker in the league, at least in terms of goal-scoring ability, in Carlo Castrocino. On the other hand, Mario, it's fair to say that Croatia has some fine young talent as well.
Yeah, definitely. You know, the last few games that I've seen, they have a lot of 17 and 18-year-old, and they have no place to go but up, you know.
Well, certainly if fans were out Friday night to watch the Hamilton Steelers take on the Sudbury Selects, they saw a number of these players really do credit and justice to soccer in this community, holding the Steelers to a 2-0 win. And in that game, we saw Mike Svalina from the Croatia Adria. We saw Carlo Castrocino from the Flyers, Van Zorbas from the Flyers, Ray Purden from the Flyers, and I believe Frank Kuznick as well from Croatia Adria.
Yes,
so
definitely.
5 of the Sudbury Selects lineup are on the field this evening, and we're looking forward, I think, to an entertaining and skillful match. The referee is checking with his linesmen to make sure that all is in order and they're ready to get play underway, and we'll have a kickoff in just a moment. And play is just underway. Plummer for the Flyers plays it back to Pino Vacaturo, the sweeper. Vacaturo lays it off for number 14. That's Ray Purden. Ray Purden pushing it forward. Challenged by Svalina. Purden with control. Down the wing looking for Cassidy. But it's into touch on the near side, and we'll have a Croatia Adria throw in. That's Brent Salem there for Croatia Adria. Into the middle. George Carlos challenged there. Corey Burnett, and an infraction indicated by referee Ferrucci. And a free kick to Croatia Adria. Brent Salem to take this free kick. Carlos looking for space. Kuznick and Carlos up there, but again an infraction indicated by the referee, and we'll have a free kick awarded to the Flyers. Taken quickly by Pino Vacaturo to Tom Plummer. Plummer forward for Viancourt, but cut out neatly. Salem there for Croatia. Up to Svalina. Svalina into Kuznick. Kuznick being challenged. Kuznick. Plummer comes away with it for the Flyers. Looking to switch the play over on the far side. Turn back into the middle for the Flyers. Coming forward. He is number 6. It's Bruno Cicchetto. But pushed back, but Pino Vacaturo, who's playing sweeper tonight, well back, no problems. Plays it wide. Glenn Bryson playing it into Vacaturo. Vacaturo for Plummer. Plummer controls, pushing it forward, looking for Castrocino. Tony Orser is there to Svalina. Svalina plays it wide for Emmett Guard. Guard with the ball, plays it back. Challenge there. Castrocino coming forward. Orser on his man, played it in the middle of Plummer. Plummer across midfield. Can't get through, and it's cleared by Croatia. Good pressure so far by the Flyers early in this half.
Well, definitely. They're keeping the ball on the ground, and they seem to be open up to the outside and then bringing it in. And it looks like, you know, if they keep putting the pressure on, it might be just a matter of minutes before they could put the ball in the net.
Maurizio Prasad for Croatia Adria with the free kick. Looking for Kuznick. Croatia with the ball. Tried the back heel there. That was number 8. Velio, but Flyers come away with it once again. Cicchetto loses control, and Salem in midfield. Looking for Garg on the near wing. Garg being challenged by Burnett. Garg with the ball in the corner. Challenge once again, beats Burnett. Looking for support in the box, tries to cross off Cassidy. And Vacaturo there to clear. To Plummer. Plummer beats his man easily, pushing it through, looking for support. Castellino down the wing, trying to keep it in touch, but just over the touch line, and we'll have a throw in. Good build up once again.
Definitely, excellent play. He put the ball in between the fullback and center defender, and Carlo, if it would have been a little bit slower, he would have had a chance at it.
Plummer once again. Carlos comes forward with the ball. Lays it off to number 14. That's for Croatia. Goes into touch, and we'll have a Flyers throw in. There's Bryson. Throw in. Cleared once again, but it's into touch, and we'll have another throw in awarded to the Italia Flyers. We're about 5 minutes into this first half. No score in this Charity Cup semifinal game between the Italia Flyers and Croatia Adria. Bryson with the throw. Purdon gets ahead to it. Looking for Cassidy. Cassidy being challenged. Felina comes away with it for Croatia Adria. Plays it on the near wing to Amit Garg. Garg looking for support. Long ball. Looking for Frank Kuznick. Kuznick is there. Chests it down. But Bryson is there to put it into touch for the Flyers. And Felina will be taking this throw in for Croatia Adria. Linesman Jack Anselmo indicating where he wants the throw in to be taken. Croatia pushing players forward. Svalina looking for someone in the box. Cleared. Cassidy coming forward. Mike Cassidy. Jeff Viancourt challenging there. Svalina can't control. Chiquetto with the ball. Looking for Cassidy. Loses it. Back in. Offside indicated by linesman Jack Anselmo. Some sloppy defense there, Mario.
Yes, the center back there, the Croatian players have switched position. He's following his man to the outside, and he got caught a bit.
Paul Carboni with the free kick, with the kick, and batted forward by Carlo Castellino, but nobody from the Flyers there. Prasad plays it back to his keeper, David Ledger. Ledger to Pavchik, excuse me, to Brett Salem. Plays it back to Svalina. Svalina to George Carlos. Tony Orser. Looking for number 16. Switches play. Good ball by Brent Salem. Bryson gets a foot to it. Croatia controlling on the far wing. Chipped forward into the middle, nobody there, and Chiquetto for the Flyers, pushing it forward, being challenged. Felina gets control, whistle down, probably on the high foot, Mario.
Maybe pushing from the rear, I don't know, it was either one or the other.
Pino Vacaturo for the Flyers, plays it on the far wing for Glenn Bryson. Bryson coming forward, pushing it into Carlo Castellino, chips it for Viancourt. Viancourt in the corner. Trying to make the clearance into the box. A chance there for Plummer. Great save by Ledger. Excellent reflex save. Viancourt once again. Croatia chests it down. And wide of the net. And we'll have a goal kick to be taken by Croatia. Good scoring opportunity there.
Yes, Tommy Plummer there, experienced player, playing for the V's. He knew he had to take a first-time shot, and he did. He almost scored.
George Carlos for Croatia with control. Challenged by Plummer once again, but Croatia regains control for Carlos. Playing for Salem. Kuznick comes back. Kuznick loses possession. Fraction indicated by the referee against the Flyers, and we'll have a free kick quickly taken by Croatia Adria. Adria with the ball. That's number 8. Adrian Billio. Into touch and a Croatia throw in. This stage in the game, but I have to say that we have to give the Flyers the edge in play.
Yeah, they've had the edge in play over the last few minutes, but it's still early in the game, you know, and Croatia seem to be sitting back and picking their chances when they push forward.
for Carlos off his head. Looking for Bellio. Bellio into the middle. Cassidy's there for the Flyers. Flyers coming forward. Castruccino with the ball. Castruccino challenged by Salem. On the far wing into the corner. Third out in the middle. Once again, Cassidy can't get a foot to it. Oh, and a shot there by Vinecourt. And again, some miscues in the Croatia Adria box, Mary.
Definitely, and not only that, the offensive player for Flyers a little anxious there. Instead of just tapping, he tried to blast it and put it over the net.
So we'll have a Croatia Adria goal kick. Prasad challenged by Chiquetto on Carlos. Carlos and Chiquetto. Kuznick challenged. Little bumping. Plummer lets it run on. And Castruccino with his chance here, but wide of the net. Good dummy by Plummer to spring Castruccino.
Definitely. I think the field had something to do with that missed kick for the simple reason it doesn't seem to be in very good shape, but hopefully the city this year they'll do something about it.
Well, I think everybody who's played on this field and most of the people who've been here to watch games have commented unfavorably on the field. And it's really a shame that the Premier Field in Sudbury has to be in this shape at least every second year. And one would hope that the city is going to get its act together on such matters so that we aren't embarrassed when we bring teams from out of town and we have to play Ontario Cup games.
Oh, definitely, you know. And I think it's a detriment to the play of the game, you know.
Well, certainly if you're a ball control team that likes to keep the ball on the ground, you've got real problems controlling the ball because it's bouncing over holes and mud and dirt and hills and so on.
And it's also hard on the development of the players as well.
Once again, Croatia Adria getting this goal kick underway to Carlos, to Orser. Orser trying coming forward. Challenge there by Chiquetto. Guard plays it back. Knapcheck coming forward. Challenge there by Plummer. Referee having a word with Tommy Plummer because of that tackle. And Mike Svalina here with the free kick for Croatia Adria. Plays it off to Salem. Salem coming forward to Svalina. Svalina plays it to Orser. Orser playing it back to Prasad. Prasad, long ball. Looking for Kuznick in the middle. Frank Kuznick running onto that ball. Corey Burnett gets ahead to it. George Carlos for Croatia Adria with the shot. And it's handled by Paul Carboni. Clearance here by Carboni. Salem can't get ahead to it, but Prasad is there. To Salem. Salem for Croatia Adria coming forward. Running into space. Challenged by Plummer. Fielding the ball. Looking for some support. Bryson. Vinecourt. But Salem once again. Maintaining control. Challenge. Loses the ball. Croatia defense is there. Prasad plays it on the far side. On the far wing, coming forward, slipping on the field, and Vinecourt comes up with it, plays it into the middle. Carlos is there, cuts it out, looking for Svalina. Tommy Plummer for the Flyers on this wing. Good ball for Mike Cassidy. Cassidy looking for support, somebody in the box, but off Prasad, and we'll have a corner kick awarded to the Flyers. Seems as if thus far, Mario, the Flyers midfield is dominating the midfield.
Definitely, I think the addition of Tommy Plummer has done a considerable amount of difference. And they needed somebody with a little bit of experience and able to control the ball and move it, you know, to the outside, either left or right.
And on that missed opportunity, we had a goal kick awarded to the Croatia Adria team, and Dave Ledger plays it out, gathers it back up, and we'll have a long clearance on the part of the goalie. Looking for Kuznick. Kuznick traps that ball well. Good skill there. Kuznick challenged by Purton, trying to put it through for George Carlos. Carlos on a chance. Carboni's off his line quickly and gathers it up. Good goalkeeping there, Mario.
Definitely. You know, the goalie, once the ball lands inside the area, the goalie has to come out and make it his. And a lot of times the younger goalies, the inexperienced goalies, they tend to wait. And by then it's too late because some of the experienced attacking players, they just move in there and and put the ball in the net.
Well, he read the play well, moved off his line quickly, gathered it in, and prevented a good scoring opportunity for George Carlos of Croatia Adria. And we'll have a Croatia Adria throw in, as the linesman Ignatius Spatafora indicated that Mr. Bryson had put the ball into touch. Vacaturo to Cassidy. Cassidy being challenged by Spolina. Cassidy once again to Plummer. Plummer chips it forward for Vinecourt. Back for Plummer. Croatia's there with the clearance. Cassidy surrounded by three Croatia players. Corey Burnett comes forward. Soft tap check. Cassidy can't control. Purton plays it in the air, controlling it. For Plummer. Plummer challenged by Salem. Salem with the ball, looking for Carlos. And an infraction indicated by the referee against the Italia Flyers, and we'll have a free kick awarded to Croatia Adria. Brent Salem setting the ball up, moving it back to the position which makes the referee happy. Must have been a yard and a half there of movement. Wouldn't want to give anybody an unfair advantage, and settled into a nice hole in the field, so he couldn't get it off the ground. Pavchek for Croatia. In Pino Vacaturo, the long clearance there, headed towards Frank Kuznick. Kuznick runs onto the ball, tries to turn his man in for Bryson, looking for Adrian Bellio. Bellio can't maintain control, goes into touch, off a Flyers player, and we'll have a throw in. Looking for Kuznick once again. Vacaturo comes out from the sweeper position for Plummer. Plummer gets a foot to it. The Pavchek has played well, maintains control. Play on, says the referee, and as the ball's pushed through, challenge there. Bad back pass by Pino Vacaturo, conceding the goal kick, but to be fair, or excuse me, the corner kick, but to be fair, Pino was pressured by two Croatia players.
That's basically the only thing you can do when you're under pressure like that. Put it out and don't worry about it. He made an attempt at playing it back to the goalie, but it was a miss kick.
Croatia with a number of players on the edge of the box, plays a short corner. Spolina beats his man. Cassidy slipping, trying to get through. Can't, and it's out to Carlo Castrocino as Viancourt starts moving. Purton's overlapping on the far wing, pushes it up for Plummer. Challenge, excellent challenge by Prasad. Sliding tackle. Pavchuk challenged from behind and whistled down by referee Silvio Ferrucci, and we'll have a free kick awarded to Croatia Adria. An excellent tackle there by Pavchuk.
It wasn't. It was timed right on, and that was it. It wasn't vicious tackle. He played the ball all the way, and the timing was the difference between getting the ball and not getting the ball.
And once again, Brent Salem setting it up. On this free kick. Bellio making a run there, but Bryson gets ahead to it. Into the middle. Cassidy heads it forward for Plummer. Viancourt is there. Viancourt tries to push it forward, but Salem to Spolina. Spolina pushing it for Kuznick. Kuznick into space. Kuznick looking for someone in support. Carlos challenge. Oh, and an interesting shoulder by the keeper Paul Carboni on George Carlos there.
I don't know. It could have been definitely. I think the referee's going on. No, he's not. It could have definitely gone the other way, rather than a corner, a direct, and I think it looked like it was inside the area. It could have been a penalty shot.
That's right. Well, just off the head of Brent Salem on that corner kick into touch, and it looks like we'll have a Flyers throw in. But that's one thing, as you were saying earlier, Mario, if you're going to come off the line and everything in that box is yours, you better get to it, because if you don't, you can be in serious trouble.
Well, the thing is, he was following the ball, but it didn't look like he was making an effort to get it. And then when the Croatian player was on it, he decided the only thing he could do was just push him off.
Looking for Kuznick, the head of Kuznick. Cassidy gets a foot to it. It's up there, Bellio challenging. Bellio with the ball, good skill. For Carlos, Cassidy gets to it for the Flyers. Viancourt is there. Once again, long ball looking for Plummer. Prasad playing extremely well for Bellio. Bellio on the far wing, into touch, and we'll have a Flyers throw in. We've played about 15 minutes of the first half. No score in this Charity Cup semifinal game between the Italia Flyers and Croatia Adria. Frank Kuznick playing it for Bellio, plays it back to his number 14. But Bryson comes forward for the Flyers. Bryson on the far wing looking for support. Long ball through. Prasad gets ahead to it. Pavchik is there on the near wing. Pushing the ball forward. He's got support. For Svalina. Svalina loses possession. Plummer with control. Back heels it to Chiquetto. Chiquetto into the middle for Castricino. Cassidy gets ahead to it. Pavchik is there once again for Svalina. Svalina into Brent Salem. Brent Salem coming forward. As Croatia start pushing their defense up. Bryson once again on the long ball, but the Flyers couldn't run on that one, Mario.
A little too long for the situation at hand.
Saw it once again for Bellio from behind. Fraction called against Pino Vacaturo by referee Silvio Ferrucci, and we'll have a free kick awarded once again to Croatia Adria. Brent Salem trying to find a piece of grass that he can put the ball in the middle of the field.
Well, the thing is, you know, with all the soccer and the football and so on, there's no way that the field can take the punishment that it does, you know, week in and week out.
A little pushing in there. Bellio gets to that ball. Bellio beats his man, but can't get by the sweeper Vacaturo, and we'll have a goal kick, and I see some substitutions for the Flyers. Looks like John Farrington, number 5, Jamie Spadafora, number 20, and Sergio Meneghini, excuse me, for the Italia Flyers, number 3 coming on. Jeff Vaillancourt, one of the players coming off. And an infraction indicated by the referee there.
Come on, Blue. Michael, only 3 now. You tell him.
So we'll have a free kick awarded to Croatia Adria to be taken by Brent Salem. Salem into the middle looking for Svalina, who's making a run. Kuznik couldn't quite get a toe to that one. Into the middle, Svalina's challenging there, gets a head up. Amit Garg with control for Croatia Adria on the edge of the box. Plays it back to George Carlos. Carlos pushes it in, but Pino Vacaturo is there. Clears it forward to Tom Plummer. Flyers moving forward quickly. Into touch. Throw in. George Carlos for Croatia. Kuznik running into space. Watching the offside, and linesman Jack Anselmo notices the offside, catches it right away. Flag goes up, and the Flyers will be awarded a free kick.
Go down and ask you.
Paul Carboni with the clearance. Looking for Castricino, but Prasad puts it into touch. Playing it safe, out of danger, allowing his players time to get back, as we'll have an Italia Flyers throw in. About 20 minutes gone in this first half of semi-final Charity Cup action between the Italia Flyers and Croatia Adria. No scar thus far. Certainly in the last 5 minutes or so, Croatia's had more chances and controlled more of the play than they had in the first 20 minutes or so.
Well, the thing is, you know, it goes in waves. The Flyers attacked Croatian early, and now Croatia started to, you know, settle down and, you know, pick their spots. Very seldom that you see that one team attacks for the whole 90 minutes.
Well, Carlo Castricino was fouled just on the edge of the penalty area. It's amazing how many infractions we get right on the edge of the penalty area in a soccer game. And this is a dangerous opportunity here for a set play just outside the box. Tommy Plummer taking it. Flyers have virtually everyone up with the exception of Corey Burnett. Hard shot into the box, off a Croatian player, but Dave Ledger covered that angle well. Gathers the ball up and no danger. It's a very hard free kick.
Yeah, definitely. The thing is, when you put it hard across, the situation that arose exactly. You know, they hit a player rather than somebody striking, and it could have still gone in. The goalie was alert and picked it up, but you have to hit it hard because if you hit it soft, then it's anybody's ball.
Corey Burnett can't maintain control to Garg. Burnett is back, challenged by Kuznick, but he plays it back quickly to his keeper, Paul Carboni, and Pino Vacaturo coming forward. Bryson looking for Bryson, but it's off to number 3, that's Menegini. So Purdon plays it to Mike Cassidy. Cassidy has support and time to Purdon. Purdon pushing it through. Number 5, Farrington. Farrington once again with the ball and the long shot. Ledger is there, gets his body behind it as a good goalkeeper should, Mario.
Yeah, definitely. And no, he had it read all the way. He saw the ball coming all the way. It was a little bit, approximately 25 yards out, so it has to be a very excellent shot before he can score from that position.
Carlos being challenged. Spadafora pushes it through, but no danger at all as keeper David Ledger stops the ball, allowing his players time to move forward, and I think we'll see the long clearance here. Ledger with the clearance. Cassidy gets ahead to it for the Flyers. Salem for Croatia. Cassidy once again. Can't control. Spadafora coming through. And it's over the goal line, and we'll have a corner kick awarded to the Italia Flyers as Jamie Spadafora challenged for that ball and almost got a foot to it, Mario.
Well, the thing is, you have to challenge. A lot of the younger players, they stand back. I don't know whether it's fear or afraid to hurt somebody or themselves, but you have to challenge the ball. And when you challenge the ball, the opposite player is going to make mistakes. And that's exactly what happened there.
And certainly in this game, especially if you're a winger, there's no substitute for speed.
No.
And Jamie Spadafora can really motor up and down that wing. So Tommy Plummer for the Flyers setting up this goal kick. Once again, the Flyers have just about everyone forward, only Corey Burnett back. On this corner kick, set play, dangerous possibilities here, looking for the head. Kuznick, who has come back from his forward position, clears. It's Bryson playing it into the middle, but Garg coming back has it. Garg into midfield, pushing it forward, looking for Kuznick. But that's a lot to ask of a player to clear the ball from his own goal area and be up in the offensive zone that quickly.
Well, he actually came back. He was the lone player up for Croatia, and he came back to pick up that ball.
Into touch, and we'll have a Italia Flyers throw in. Corey Burnett for the Flyers with the ball. Looking for Plummer. Plummer plays the dummy. Farrington. Menengani. Long ball forward. No danger at all for keeper Paul Carboni. Rolls it out to Glenn Bryson. Bryson for Spadafora. Menegini on a run down the wing. Through ball, but Brent Salem is there. Read it well, came back. Being challenged in the corner, and it's a goal kick awarded to Croatia Adria. That's an example there, I guess, Mario, of a fullback overlapping on the play and getting a chance to assume an attacking role.
Well, the thing is, in the modern game, you know, there is no such thing as a winger or, you know, or a fullback who hangs around and stays in that particular position. Nowadays, everybody moves forward, everybody defends, and you have to do that.
An infraction indicated by referee Silvio Ferrucci, and we'll have a free kick awarded to Croatia. Maurizio Prasad there for Croatia Adria to take this free kick. Cassidy challenging there for the ball for Farrington. Kuznick maintains control. Svalina pushes it forward for George Carlos. Carlos on the near wing, trying to control the ball, challenged there and loses possession. Menegini shielding the ball with control, being challenged, plays it to Pino Vacaturo. Vacaturo challenged by Kuznick, into touch, and we'll have an Italia Flyers throw in. want to extend my appreciation and that I think of all Sudbury soccer fans to the Senior Men's League for bringing the Hamilton Steelers to Sudbury on Friday evening for what was a very entertaining match on a beautiful evening for soccer. Great crowd. It's unfortunate we don't get them all the time.
Well, that's the thing. We'd like to get them, even at the senior leagues or even the younger age groups. You know, it helps the player a bit, and maybe the parents should come out more often rather than dropping off the kid and then leaving, coming back after the game. There was an excellent evening, and I think there was close to 1,000 people, and it was a very enjoyable game.
Certainly people had an opportunity to watch Sudbury player Mario D'Agostino do an excellent defensive job on the CSL 1989 Player of the Year, Justin Fashanu. And I think it showed some of the quality of the soccer that we have in this community. And when you look at this year, 3-4 teams in the quarterfinals of Ontario Championships, with the difficulties that Northern Ontario teams have in terms of travel and getting competitive games, it's a real, I think it really indicates how strong the sport is up here. And of course, there's a very long history of quality soccer in this community. Shielding there, but guard for Croatia Adria, playing it back for Bellio, can't make contact. Salem falling down, tries to play it back. Plummer maintains control, looking for support. Plummer once again. Castricino for Plummer. Over to Mike Cassidy. Cassidy with time, looking for Farrington. Farrington on a run on the near wing. Once again, Maurizio Prasad is there. And a goal kick indicated by the referee, Silvio Ferrucci. And Maurizio Prasad has done an excellent job sweeping this far.
He has, definitely. And, talking about the quality of players in this area, there's also, let's not forget that we have an under-16 Canadian player from this area, Brian
Ashton.
Brian Ashton. So we do have the quality players. It's just a matter of developing and maybe getting them the challenge against the Southern team a little bit more.
And I suppose in the case of people like Brian, it's a sacrifice that his parents have had to make to help him out. Because I know in talking to his dad that it's every weekend travel to Toronto. He's playing for a Toronto team this summer while playing for the Ontario and Canadian teams. And Castricino on the touchline. Back out for Plummer. Plummer gets a shot, put to it just wide of the net. But an excellent scoring opportunity once again, Mario.
Excellent play. Carlo Castricino there, he took his time. He saw Tommy coming in from the back, and he just chipped it into in front of the net. And Tommy miskicked a bit, but if he would have been able to land it perfectly, could have been a goal.
And we have a corner kick to the Flyers. Mike Cassidy looking for a head in the box. Frank Kuznick back. Controlled by the Flyers. Played it out for Vacaturo. Vacaturo looking for someone on the wing. Spadafora challenging there. Spadafora with the ball, looking for some support. Farrington comes over. Bryson. And there's a case, I think, of the field again affecting the passage of the ball.
Yeah, the ball looked like it was spinning, and he miskicked it.
Ledger with the clearance. Bryson there, can't connect. Menegini is there to Spadafora. Spadafora looking for someone in the middle. Prasad is there for Croatia, challenged. And an infraction indicated by the referee, whose whistle was giving him a little bit of trouble and perhaps needs a tune-up. In any event, we'll have a Flyers free kick.
Maybe the P is a little dry.
I think so. In any event, we've played about 30-35 minutes of this first half of Charity Cup semifinal action. No score between the Flyers and Croatia Adria. Again, another dangerous opportunity for set play just outside the penalty area for the Flyers. Croatia Adria set up the wall, bringing players forward. Castricino with the shot. Ledger perfectly positioned, body behind it, gathers it in, no rebound. Good goalkeeping.
Wow, definitely. He had that play read. The wall was set up, and he covered the right side.
George Carlos for Croatia, pushing it forward. Ray Purton is there. To Plummer. Plummer maintains control, but off Salem. Salem coming forward. Salem tries to put it into space, but Glenn Bryson with the clearance for the Flyers, looking for Cassidy. Cassidy can't get to it. It's in a touch. And a puff of dirt goes up as the ball hits the ground. So we'll have a Croatia-Adria throw-in once again. Papchik for Croatia-Adria. Looking for Carlos. George Carlos turns. Burnett is there for the Flyers. Plummer challenged once again. Plummer. And an infraction against Plummer indicated by the referee, and we'll have a free kick awarded to Croatia-Adria. Once again, Brent Salem taking this free kick for Croatia-Adria. Croatia-Adria offensive player is badly outnumbered, and he plays it to Papchik. Papchik. Bring it in, challenging. Svalina coming forward. Svalina tries to beat his man, but Pino Vacaturo stood his ground. Spadafora for the Flyers. Looking for Purton on the wing, who's making a run. Castrocino and Purton get to it. But in the end, Posada's there, challenged by Purton. Into touch, and an Italia Flyers throw in. Once again, a Flyers fullback coming forward, getting into the play, putting pressure on Croatia-Adria, and the Flyers come away with a throw-in. Cleared by Croatia. It's Mike Svalina with the ball to Adrian Bellio. Bellio coming forward. Bellio with space. Pushing it through for Frank Kuznick. Kuznick controls the ball before it goes over the goal line. And an infraction indicated by the referee, Silvio Ferrucci, there on Glenn Bryson, and so we'll have a Croatia-Adria free kick just outside the box.
Right behind you, Corby. Get some men back there.
Croatia inlet looking for some support in the box. Salem gets ahead to it. Carboni with the punch, trying to clear it. And Spadafora trying to run that ball down, challenged. And a fair bit of contact there. But the ball goes into touch, and we'll have a Flyers throw in. Looks like Glenn Bryson there for the Flyers to take this throw in. One of the things I noticed, though, Mario, is that when the Croatia does attack, there are more Flyers players back than there are Croatian offensive players attacking, and it puts the attacking players at quite a disadvantage.
Well, the thing is, the Flyers, like I was saying before, they're pushing a lot of men forward, but they're also dropping a lot of men back on defense, and you have to do that. You got to be in well conditioned.
Papchik being challenged by Farrington, plays it back to his keeper. And that's an excellent example of a pass back to your keeper. It was not on the goal, so there was no possibility of a goal being scored there. It was wide of the net. The keeper could come out and gather it up with no...
Not only that, he kept it low on the ground, not in the air. A lot of times catching the goalie's coming out and it goes in the back of the net.
George Carlos being challenged by Purton. Purton for the Flyers. Looking for Spadafora. Spadafora plays it back to Glenn Bryson. Bryson taking his time, looking for Spadafora. Spadafora challenged by Brent Salem, and once again, Glenn Bryson plays it for Raymond Purton. Ray Purton for Tommy Plummer, but Prasad came up from his sweeper positions, coming forward, loses control of the ball. Purton on the far wing, looking for Farrington in the middle, but Papchik gets ahead to it. Bryson up and under. Croatia gets ahead to it. Cassidy challenged there by Svalina. And Svalina looking for George Carlos. Farrington challenging there. Purton. Menegini coming through. Salem is there. Brent Salem on the counterattack. But with Pino Vacaturo playing that far back, those kind of balls aren't going to pose much problem for the Flyers.
Not only that, they had nobody up front in the middle. So basic what he should have done, he should have held the ball a little longer, maybe played it to the outside, given somebody a chance to fill that space.
Farrington being challenged, pushes Svalina, and it's indicated by the referee who caught that. Good call by the referee.
He got away with it the play before that, and he's going to get himself into trouble if he keeps doing that. He's using his arm and pushing off after the play is gone.
Another challenge from behind by Farrington, but play on. Referee playing the advantage. Croatia maintain control. It's Svalina. Svalina, 2 Kuznick. Kuznick into the box. Vacaturo gets ahead to it. Bryson clearing it away. Vacaturo challenging there, but Adrian Bellio to George Carlos. Carlos. And Kuznick trying to get in there, as does Bellio, but keeper Carboni hauls it down, plays it out to a sweeper. Pino Vacaturo. Vacaturo coming forward. Have about 5 minutes left in this first half. No score thus far in this Charity Cup semifinal between the Flyers and Croatia. Cardio Casacino with a chance here. Cassidy can't control it. Plummer up in the air. Farrington's going in on the keeper, but Dave Ledger hauls it down. No danger, or lots of danger, but Farrington had an opportunity to really take a run at the keeper and did the sportsmanlike thing, held up.
Well, I think if he would have took a run at him, he probably would have been ejected from the game. But again, I'd like to point out that Carlo Castricino beat the fullback, looked up and saw the man coming in from the back and put it right on his foot. It was a missed kick and the ball went high, but that's basically what has to happen. And some of the younger players are watching this should watch Carlo the way he played.
And we have an injury to Mike Cassidy here. Mike is coming off for the Flyers, and number 13, Dino Benedetti, very experienced senior league players, going on to replace him. And given the fact that we had an injury, the referee will resume play by a drop ball. Bellio tried to control. George Carlos playing it back to his fullback. Back into Carlos. Carlos coming forward for Bellio. Bellio, good control to Svalina. Svalina has a player on the wing. Kuznick. Frank Kuznick. Into the middle. Long ball through, but once again, the Croatia attackers have to move laterally to avoid the offside, and there's no real problem for the Flyers fullbacks.
Not only that, the Flyers had quite a few more players back than the Croatian team had attackers.
Pino Vacaturo to Corey Burnett. Burnett for the Flyers on the far wing, pushing it forward to Jamie Spadafora. Spadafora to Purdon. Purdon to Dino Benedetti. First touch in the game. Four looking for Farrington. Into touch, and we'll have a Croatia throw in. Tony Orser being challenged by Carlo Castricino. Castricino tries to play it in. Orser stops that one. Once again, Tommy Plummer on the near touch line. Into the box. David Ledger off his line. Gathers it up. And we'll have, I suspect, a punt by the keeper. Long clearance. Corey Burnett for the Flyers gets ahead to it. Carlos is there, but puts it into touch, and we'll have a Flyers throw in. About 3-4 minutes left in this first half. And so far, the Flyers have certainly had the better opportunities on 3 or 4 occasions.
They've had 3 excellent occasions to score, and it's just been the execution was lacking. Concentration on the part of the player taking the shot.
Farrington with the shot. Wide of the net. And we'll have a goal kick to be taken by Croatia. Adria. Quick shot. And it looked like a hard shot as well.
I think it was a little adventurous there. It was still about 25 yards out. The goalie was well positioned and looking at the ball. And at least, if you're going to take a shot like that, hit the net.
Castricino with pressure. Looking for support in the box. Orser can't control it. Spadafora for the Flyers. Plays it out. This kick there by the Flyers, and Guard comes away. Guard beats his man to Svalina on the near wing for Kuznick. Kuznick trying to get to that touch line and make the cross, but it's over the goal line, and we'll have a goal kick awarded to the Italia Flyers. But once again, we see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Croatian players. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I believe Flyers players back. And it's difficult to score when you're outnumbered.
It is. But the thing is, you see, what the Flyers are doing when they're attacking, they are counter-attacking a little bit faster with their midfielders. While Croatia, they're not. The midfielders tend to be, I don't know, they tend to be a little bit lax. I don't know if it's conditioning or whatever.
They're playing a little more defensive style, but
the thing is, if you're going to attack, you have to throw more people up front.
Carlos controls for Croatia Adria in midfield. For Kuznik to Svalina. Svalina looking for Kuznik. But Burnett is there to Castricino. Castricino on the near wing. The linesman has his flag up and the referee has noticed. Whistles play down and we'll have a Croatia throw in. Castricino believed that he managed to keep the ball in, but obviously in a dispute with the linesman usually wins.
Well, it was close. Let's put it that way. Either way.
For Bellio. Burnett, Bellio challenge, Bellio with the ball. Bellio. Plays it wide to Kuznik. Heads for the net. Guard for Croatia. Amit Guard. Plays it back to Brent Salem. Salem with the ball, playing it to Tony Orser. Babchek. Challenged by Castricino into touch, and we'll have a Flyers throw in. That was an attacking play that went backwards, which was rather interesting. They started in the 18-yard box, or the 16-yard box, and they kept moving back and went into touch
well, the thing is, the Flyers had every player covered, and they even had a few extra players covering space. So basically, they had no pace. They couldn't go forward, and the guard, the only thing he could do, he kept control and pushed it back to his own defensive player.
And we have a free kick awarded to the Croatia Adria, looking for Bellio once again. Burnett chests it down, chips it forward, looking for Dino Benedetti. Benedetti challenged there by Svalina. Carlos pushes it forward for Kuznik. Ray Purden with time. To Plummer. Plummer challenged by Salem. Salem for Garg. Bryson cuts through to Spadafora. Spadafora for Castricino. Farrington is there for the Flyers. Farrington for Bryson. Bryson's come forward from his fullback position, trying to beat his fullback on the wing, but it's into touch, and we'll have a Croatia throw-in. As we move into the last minute or so of this first half, it's still scoreless. Neither team has been able to put it in the back of the net, although, as Mario has said, the Flyers have certainly had 3 or 4 excellent opportunities.
They have, and the thing is, it could have been on the missed kick, it could have been the field conditions, but still, I think it was probably lack of concentration.
As Garg chipping it into the middle. Burnett gets ahead to it. Dino Benedetti there. Benedetti for the Flyers. Play on, says the referee. Farrington loses control, and Bellio coming back. Excellent skills. And the referee, Silvio Ferrucci, indicates that play is over for this first half. The score, Italia Flyers 0, Croatia Adria no score. And we'll be back with second half action on TV7, your community sports channel, in just a moment.
In action, lifting, pulling, propelling. Now imagine them getting weaker, wasting away. You've got it, muscular dystrophy. But today there's new hope. You can support Canadian researchers who have discovered the cause, who are seeking a cure for muscular dystrophy. Please give generously to the Muscular Dystrophy Association of Canada.
Welcome back to Senior Men's Soccer Game of the Week on TV7, your community sports channel. This is a Charity Cup semifinal match between the Italia Flyers and Croatia Adria. So far, no scoring, but a number of good chances on the part of the Italia Flyers in the first half, Mario, and I would have to say that they carried the play.
Yeah, they definitely had, the run of the play, probably about 30, 35 minutes. And it looks like it might be also conditioning because they were running up and down, and they were throwing a lot more players up front, and they were throwing a lot more players on defense.
Well, as we're waiting for play to get underway, we might talk about one of the famous rule changes that FIFA is introducing, and that's the change in the offside rule, Mario, where now the player only has to be even with the last defender rather than behind him or ahead of him for the offside not to be called. And I'm wondering what your view is on that.
Well, I think personally, if you think they had problems before, can you imagine the problems they're going to have now? There was always questions before when the player had to be behind about whether he was offside or not. Now that he has to be even, I think there's going to be a lot more problems. It's going to be that much more harder on the referees. Possibly the best thing they could do is maybe abolish it.
Well, it's interesting that the offside rule was put on because teams years and years and years ago were leaving players away up in the goal area, and this was really interfering with the quality of play, so they put an offside rule in to prevent that being used as a team tactic. And now it has become the most controversial rule in soccer, and of course all the teams have managed to work out strategies and approaches to beat the offside. And we've seen a number of teams in the World Cup who tried offside trap and lost it. Plummer pushes it through too far, nobody can run onto it.
Well, the thing is, the offside rule, as it is, I think it's fairly easily to interpret by the linesmen and the referees. The thing is, they do make mistakes. That goes without saying. But who doesn't make mistakes? But I think the majority of the time, it's called properly, and that's basically what you got to look at.
Benedetti for the Flyers, pushing it forward, looking for Castaccino. It's in the touch, and it'll be a Flyers throw in. One of the other rules that Angelo Anselmo mentioned hadn't been called at all in the World Cup was the keeper moving on penalty shots, and we saw a great deal of movement, never called, and it's almost impossible for a goalkeeper not to move before the ball is struck. And Angelo's view was that perhaps they might just get rid of the rule if they're not going to call it.
Well, the thing is, I think that's probably something that they can eliminate, and just leave it one man against the goalie. Let him do whatever he can, and also the player shooting can do whatever he wants.
Well, we had an offside indicated by linesman Jack Anselmo, and play will resume with a free kick awarded to Croatia Adria. Looks like Brent sailing back once again, and Brent seems to take virtually all of the free kicks for Croatia Adria. Plays it back to his keeper, David Ledger. Ledger pushing the ball forward. He'll gather it up, and we'll have the long clearance.
Well, Brent seems to be the experienced players on the midfield, and he's got excellent skills, and he knows he can pick a spot and place on that ball. I think that's probably the reason why he's taking it.
Mike Cassidy is back in for the Flyers. Came off in the first half with an injury, but I'm glad to see that it wasn't serious. He's back in as the Flyers push people forward for this throw-in from the near sideline. Tommy Plummer looking for one of his teammates on this throw-in. Castaccino pushed back, but Chiquetto gets ahead to it. Adrian Bellio challenged. Bellio being challenged by Viancourt. Pushed forward. Keeper Ledger off his line quickly gathers it up as Carlo Castaccino was making a run onto that ball. And once again, Croatia Adria waiting for that long clearance. Chiquetto with a head to it. Spalina. Carlos to Adrian Bellio. Bellio looking for Frank Kuznick. Pino Vacaturo back as sweeper. Plays it back to his keeper, Paul Carboni. Vacaturo With time, plays it on the near wing to Glenn Bryson. Bryson coming forward again with time. Chips it into the middle. Purdon chests it forward. Castaccino with a head to it for Plummer. Plummer flicks it through. Purdon is there. Chests it down. Chance for Purdon. Purdon going in on the goal. Shot, an excellent save. Viancourt there. Viancourt. And an infraction indicated by the referee. And we'll have a free kick awarded to Croatia Adria. But excellent save on an excellent scoring opportunity.
Definitely, the goalie read the play. He came out and cut the ankle, and basically Purdon had no place to go.
But another dangerous opportunity for the Flyers, and if you keep giving teams the kind of opportunities they've been having, sooner or later it's going to go in the back of the net. Kuznick challenging there, Corey Burnett. Burnett plays it back to his keeper, to Pino Vacaturo. Vacaturo for Cassidy. Cassidy plays it back to his keeper. Once again, Pino Vacaturo is there for the Flyers. Vacaturo with lots of time. No pressure at all on him. Plays it back. And I suspect this time we're going to have a long clearance. Carboni with the punt. Into the Croatia end. Castaccino gets ahead to it. Dino Benedetti challenging there. Benedetti with control. Challenge from behind. Favcik. And an infraction indicated by referee Silvio Ferrucci. And we'll have a free kick awarded to the Italia Flyers.
Speaking of chances there, Bob, I think there's also the opposite is also true. You keep missing those chances, somebody can come down and score one goal and win the game. Perfect example is World Cup game between Brazil and Argentina. You know?
That's true. In a touch as Kuznick can't control on the far sideline, and Purdon is there for the Flyers, looking to take this throw in. Ray Purdon, who had that excellent scoring opportunity just a moment ago, to Dino Benedetti. Benedetti trying to beat his man. Favcik puts it into touch, and we'll have another throw in awarded to the Italia Flyers. Tommy Plummer going over to take it this time for the Italia Flyers. Played about 7 minutes of the second half of this Charity Cup semifinal, and so far no score. Long throw into the box. Ledger didn't read that one very well, but it's a long clearance for Croatia. Burnett trying to get ahead to it. Can't read it. Svalina for Salem. Salem on the wing for Bellio. Bellio chipping it forward for Fay. Fay's got a chance here, but Carboni reads it well. Off his line, gathers it in and plays it out to Corey Burnett. Corey Burnett for Benedetti, for Cicchetto. Cicchetto coming forward, long ball through, looking for Viancourt. Viancourt trying to beat his man with the cross. Brissot for Bellio. Cassidy is there, and so is Bryson. Bryson trying to switch the play, but Svalina to Kuznick. Kuznick back to Svalina. Svalina in midfield as Bellio making a break. Bellio and Vacaturo shoulder to shoulder, and the keeper gets to it. Carboni pushing it forward to Burnett.
Go wide, Clay! Wake up!
Bryson for the Flyers, pushing the ball forward, looking for Plummer, but it's cut out by Croatia Adria. Challenged by Castaccino. Viancourt gets ahead to it for Plummer. Plummer in some space. Brissot and Plummer on the near touch line. Plummer beats his man. Salem was there. Viancourt into the middle. Svalina. Burnett with the shot, well wide of the net. Not too powerful. And we'll have a goal kick awarded to the Croatia Adria team.
Again, the Flyers putting on the pressure, but not taking advantage of the opportunities that are arising.
Well, I suspect that Croatia Adria misses Kreshna Severnak quite a bit. He's an excellent player. He's out with a suspension, which I gather is being appealed, and hopefully we'll get a decision on the appeal very shortly and see him back in senior soccer.
Well, I saw that think I was here for the game, and didn't look like it was anything really that hard of an infraction that to get this big of a suspension.
Plummer to Vinecourt for the Flyers. Vinecourt chipping it into the box, looking for Benedetti. Benedetti is there, but Ledger again off his line. To Svalina. Svalina chips it forward for Carlos. Chiquetto can't get to it. Kuznik. Pino Vacaturo gets ahead to it. Bellio plays it back. To Svalina. Tony Orser challenged, and Brent Salem with the ball. Salem looking for support. Pushes it forward. Nobody there. Bryson for the Flyers. Bryson. But Orser gets ahead to it, but an infraction indicated, and we'll have a free kick awarded to the Italia Flyers. Castricino looking to take it quickly to Plummer. Plummer tries the dummy, but and Castricino brings Salem down, and we'll have a free kick awarded to Croatia Adria. Croatia doesn't seem to be in any hurry to get play underway.
No, they seem to be walking rather than running. I guess maybe they're a little tired. I haven't noticed any changes other than one player. They have three other players on the bench, and one is a goalkeeper.
Vacaturo gets ahead to it for Vinecourt, can't control it, and it's into touch.
And like I was saying, also the Flyers, they have quite a few players on the bench, and they're changing liberally. So they do have, the fresh legs.
Into touch once again, and we'll have another Croatia Adria throw in. Brent Salem going to take this for Croatia Adria. Again, still three Croatia Adria players staying hanging back, and Croatia players outnumbered. Bryson puts it back into touch, and we'll have another throw in for Croatia Adria. See if we can get a long throw into the box here. Svalina plays it back to Salem. Salem being challenged, beats his man. Salem trying to get by three players, gets it through, nobody running onto it. Carboni to Vacaturo. Vacaturo for Plummer. Salem for Kuznik. Kuznik trying to control the ball. Kuznik coming forward. Burnett clearance for Dino Benedetti on the far wing. Benedetti has time. Coming forward to Plummer. Plummer plays it back to Chiquetto. Looking for Vinecourt. Vinecourt once again to Plummer. Plummer. Cassidy on a run. Plummer taking his time to Vinecourt. Croatia Adria players back. And the ball is over the goal line, and we'll have a goal kick awarded to Croatia Adria. And the linesman is indicating substitution. Looks like Farrington is going to be coming on and Vinecourt coming off for the Italia Flyers, as we've played approximately 10 minutes of the second half of the Charity Cup semifinal. No score in this game between the Italia Flyers and Croatia Adria. Vacaturo off Kuznik. Players appealing for handball, but no such luck, and we'll have a throw-in awarded to the Flyers. Glenn Bryson with a long throw, looking for Farrington. Farrington trying to flick it on. Rough play there as Chiquetto goes down. Salem going after the ball. Flyers pushing people forward. Pino Vacaturo with this free kick. Cleared away by Croatia. Kuznik challenged. And Glenn Bryson goes down on that challenge of Chiquetto on Frank Kuznik. We'll have a Croatia Adria throw in, and it's starting to get a little more physical, it appears, Mario.
I hope the players calm down, because otherwise there could be some ejections.
George Carlos for Croatia for Kuznik. Kuznik trying to return the pass. Kuznik coming through. Purton on him. Benedetti is there. Kettle can't control. Svelina plays it back. Salem being challenged by Farrington. And an infraction indicated there. Little pushing and so on the ground. Salem to take this free kick for Croatia Adria. But again, the Croatian players are outnumbered. Benedetti plays it into the middle. Bellio is there. Purton goes down, and we'll have a Flyers free kick. Play's getting a little choppy now. Lots of referee blown infractions indicated.
Well, the thing is, the referee has to keep control of it and blow the whistle at every infraction. Otherwise, it could get really out of hand. If he's got to take out that yellow card, he's going to have to.
Tony Orser with the clearance. Dino Benedetti gets ahead to it. Salem chests it down. Looks for someone to pass the ball to, but it's returned by Vacaturo. Croatia keeping that ball in for Svelina. Cassidy is there for the Flyers. Cassidy plays it off to Farrington. Farrington, good skill to Chiquetto. Chiquetto for Farrington. Farrington trying to take the shot. Into traffic, Corey Burnett chipping it up. Cassidy for the Flyers. Looking for Plummer. Benedetti is there, but it's cleared by Prasad. Adrian Bellio for Kuznik. Frank Kuznik tries to return the pass. Ray Purton comes forward into Plummer. Plummer making a run on the edge of the box. Plummer once again through. Goes down, and the referee has indicated a penalty kick, Mario, on that challenge on Tommy Plummer by, I believe it was Maurizio Prasad.
Well, the thing is, Tommy was moving in quickly, and he had the man beat, and he tried to play the ball, and he missed completely, and he did catch the player's foot.
So an opportunity here for one of the most exciting plays in soccer, one-on-one. And the Flyers have their sharpshooter, Carlo Castaccino, there, so David Ledger will be attempting to stop this one.
Let's keep an eye on the officiating team to see if they do call the goalie moving. More than likely not.
Castaccino with the shot, and it's in the back of the net. And on a penalty shot, with about 28 minutes left to go in the second half, we finally break the goose egg, and it's the Italia Flyers 1 on a penalty shot, goal by Carlo Castaccino. Resume play here in just a moment, but certainly the Flyers deserving of a one-goal lead. They've carried the play to Croatia so far in this game and had more and better scoring opportunities.
They have, but still, the thing is, you have to take advantage of the opportunities, and they haven't really, because they've had about 4 excellent opportunities, 4 or 5 counting the penalty shot.
Prasad to Salem. Long ball, Bryson can't get to it. Vacaturo is there with the long clearance. Orser trying to get ahead to it, but it's chipped forward. Plummer once again. Plummer trying to beat his man. Prasad pushes it on the far side to Svelina. Mike Svelina being challenged. And we'll have a whistle by referee Ferrucci and a free kick awarded to Croatia Adria as Plummer was in the back of, I believe it was Mike Svelina on the far side. And a free kick wasted into touch, and we'll have a throw-in awarded to the Italia Flyers. We have about 27 minutes left in this semi-final game of the Charity Cup between the Italia Flyers and Croatia Adria, with the Flyers scoring just a moment ago on a penalty shot and leading the game 1-0. Again, nobody seems to be in much of a hurry to get play underway.
Well, especially the Flyers, they're leading now. They don't want to be in a hurry to put the ball back in play, waste as much time as possible.
Benedetti there, chips it forward. Salem, the long kick down the field. Carboni leaves it for Pino Vacaturo, his sweeper. Back to Carboni as Fay runs up. For Croatia, Adria, Carboni picks it up, and we'll have a long clearance. Prasad can't control. Push through for Castrocino. Castrocino with a chance. And a second goal by Castrocino with about 26 minutes left, so 2 minutes between goals.
It was an excellent play by
Tommy Plummer.
And he split the defense, and Carlo ran in from behind and controlled it and put it in the back of the net.
And again,
he had a chance at it, but it was well placed.
Exactly. It was not one of these shots where he wound up and blasted the ball. It was left. It was directed well and low. Difficult for the keeper to get down.
Far corner, and the goalie got his hand on it, but not enough to prevent it from going in the back of the net.
Play resumes. Carlos for Croatia Adria. Into Kuznik. Kuznik being challenged by Purdon. Loses possession. Castrocino coming forward. Castrocino challenged. Loses possession. Chiquetto is there. Tips it for Plummer. Salem is there, but so is Castrocino. Or excuse me, Benedetti. Benedetti goes down. Plummer switching the play to the near wing, and Cassidy is there for the Flyers. Cassidy tries to beat his man. Orser puts the ball into touch, and we'll have a Flyers throw in. One of the things I noticed is that the Flyers seem to have a fair bit of time in midfield to control the play, look around, see whether to make the pass. They don't seem to be very, very seriously pressured.
Well, I don't know what you could attribute that to, but to me it seems to be maybe a lack of conditioning on the Croatian players, because the Flyers, they're moving, they're not holding the ball. When they are holding it, they're looking for the player to move into the open space, and they are moving into the open space, but Croatian players are not following.
Barrington gets ahead to it, but it's Brent Salem for Croatia Adria. Looking for the long ball down the wing. Bryson cuts it out. Bryson chipping it into the middle, looking for Castrocino. To Plummer. Plummer. For Castrocino. Farrington making the run. Castrocino with a shot from well out, and it's well wide of the net. And he had support there, Mario. He could have done something a little more creative with the ball.
He did. He could have chipped it for Tommy Plummer running in from the back, or chipped it to the outside. There was an open player on the outside.
Once again, play gets underway. Croatia Adria's keeper, David Ledger, certainly been the busier of the two goalkeepers in this game. With the clearance. Kuznik gets ahead to it. Corey Burnett, however, is there for the Flyers. Salem. Svalina. Starting to look like a ping pong match back and forth with the head balls. Fay plays it for Adrian Bellio. For Carlos. Bellio coming forward, looking for somebody, but Vacaturo is there with the clearance to Bruno Chiquetto. Chiquetto, long ball for Cassidy, flicks it on, but Prasad is there. Tony Orser to Svalina. Back to Svalina. An opportunity here. Trying to beat Vacaturo on the side, plays it in the middle, keeper is mishandled, Orser, and it's wide, and I believe that's a corner. The referee is indicating corner, and the linesman was indicating goal kick, and obviously in those cases, I believe the referee wins.
Well, the referee overruled his linesman no matter what, but it did look like a goal kick to me, but I'm not as close as the referee.
Into the box, Kuznik getting ahead to it, but Purdon is there as well. Another opportunity for Croatia. Beats his man beautifully. Chips it out, but it's cleared, I believe, by Chiquetto. And George Carlos being challenged there. Played into Tom Plummer by Ray Purdon. Purdon on a break. Playing it forward, offside indicated by the linesman.
That was an excellent call. The Croatian player moved up enough to put Carlo Castricini in an offside position.
And the free kick is quickly taken. Adrian Bellio into the middle. Tony Orser coming forward. As I think Croatia's moving a few more players forward. Pushing and shoving there. Frank Kuznik not too happy. But it's a free kick awarded to the Flyers. Pino Vacaturo there for the Flyers to take this kick. On the far wing, looking for Castricino. In a touch. And a Flyers throw in, quickly taken. Castricino. Once again, Castricino with a chance here. Being challenged, lays it back. Cassidy for Castricino. Castricino beats his man to the end line. Out front. Plummer with the shot. Off a Croatian player, and George Carlos coming forward. To Kuznik, back for Carlos. Carlos for Adrian Bellio. Opportunity here. Opportunity here. Kuznik's offside. Ball goes through and off a Flyers player wide of the net. But that's the first time, I think, in the game, Mario, that I've seen more Croatian players in the Flyers zone than Flyers players.
Well, the Flyers attacked, cut a few players, and Croatia was able to take advantage in the counterattack by throwing the 4 or 5 players up quickly.
And on the corner kick, Croatia bringing again players up, but outnumbered now. Swung in, Farrington gets to it and clears it into touch, and we'll have a Croatian throw in. But I notice even being down 2 goals on that corner kick, 3 Croatian players backing out of the play.
Marking one Flyer player. That doesn't make any sense. Definitely the Croatians should throw as many players up front as they can on the corner kicks.
In the touch, and once again a Croatian throw in. Salem for Croatia. Adria looking for player moving into space. Long throw looking for Tony Orser. Orser gets up. Dino Benedetti is there, shields the ball for his keeper, but puts it over the goal line, and we'll have a corner kick for the Croatia Adria team. I take it back. It looks as if the referee's awarded a goal kick there. And Pino Vacaturo will be taking it for the Italia Flyers. Taking his time. By my watch, about 18 minutes left in this semi-final Charity Cup match. With the Italia Flyers leading Croatia Adria 2-0. Svalina can't keep the ball in play, and again we'll have a Flyers throw in. Glenn Bryson for Ray Purden. Runs on, Dino Benedetti is there, gets a foot to it, pushes it through, but Prasad is there with the long clearance. Kuznik trying to get ahead to it. Kuznik trying to run onto that ball. It's going into touch, and we'll have a Croatia throw in. Croatia bringing players forward, quickly taken. Bellio playing it back for Kuznik. Kuznik has it, trying to get the cross through. It's into the middle, but Vacaturo is there, challenged by Carlos, cleared by the Flyers. Salem is going to shoot. Salem well wide of the net, and that was about 40 yards, 35, 40 yards, I would think.
Well, in a situation like that, the only thing he had was a chance to shoot because the Flyers were calling the defense out, and if he would have tried to chip it in, it would have definitely been an offside.
And we're looking at substitutions once again for the Flyers. Coming off, Farrington and Chiquetto going on, Meneghini and I believe that's Jamie Spadafora. Pino Vacaturo. Right to Kuznik. Kuznik checks the ball down, control, trying to beat his man. Push through. Fay loses control. Bellio to trying to get it to Svalina. Spadafora is there for Benedetti. Benedetti. Plummer. Cassidy back to Spadafora. Spadafora into the middle. Benedetti is there. Castricino running wide. Good lateral movement off the ball. Mario, and Flyers building, but Croatia with the clearance. We saw an example of Carlos Castricino running not up and down the field, but across the field to get into space.
Well, the thing is, he had to give his player a chance for him to pass him the ball, and the only way he could do it is by opening up to the outside and also bringing the fullback with him. But the thing is, a lot of the younger players, I notice what they do is when somebody's bringing the ball up, everybody runs up front. You can't do that. You gotta give the guy carrying the ball an opportunity to pass it to somebody.
As the ball goes into touch, and we'll have a Croatian throw in. Mike Spalina here for Croatia.
Stay with us, Corey.
Bryson anticipates well. Cassidy being challenged. Cassidy goes into touch, and we'll have a Flyers throw in. Long throw in by Bryson. Looking for Cassidy, but it's Bellio in midfield, chipping it. Purdon gets the head to it and puts the ball over the touchline, and we'll have a Croatia-Adria throw in. 2 goals in the second half. First one about 27 minutes into the game. The next one about 29 minutes into the game, both by Carlo Castricino. The first on a penalty shot, and the second on a lovely ball put through by Tommy Plummer, which Carlo made no mistake on that one. Stake here, an opportunity for Mike Spalina, and certainly there might have been grounds for an obstruction and a penalty shot there.
That's the minimum. You know, the goalie missed the ball completely, and he played the man, but I don't even know if he did get the ball. I don't think so.
I didn't see any indication of it, and obviously the referee must have thought he did, because he's awarded a corner kick here. Croatia-Adria with the corner kick. Again, Croatia is basically 3 men out of play, 1 moving forward now. Kuznik gets ahead to it, but puts it well wide of the net, and we'll have a goal kick awarded to the Italia Flyers. Paul Carboni leaving it, I believe, for Pino Vacaturo, who plays it to Corey Burnett. Burnett back into his keeper, Paul Carboni, who picks it up. Long clearance once again. Looking for Spadafora. Spadafora can't get to it. Spalina kicking it into the middle. Vacaturo being challenged by Kuznik. Purdon knocks it down, plays it out to Benedetti. Good play by Purdon. Benedetti challenged. Pushed through. Plummer's there. Looking for Spadafora. Spadafora staying onside. Plummer coming forward. Challenged by Salem. Salem dispossesses Plummer of the ball, and with time clears into the middle looking for Orser. Orser gets a foot to it. Flyers once again maintaining control. Into touch off Glenn Bryson of the Flyers, and we'll have a Croatia throw in. Plummer showed a good turn of speed.
He did, and
Brent Salem did a good job staying with him.
He just kept going with him, and Tom Excite cut it inside, and it went off Brent's leg, and the chance was finished.
And here we go with Jamie Spadafora trying to get to that touchline. He does, but can't get it, chip it through, and so we'll have a goal kick awarded to Croatia-Adria. As the lights go on at Queens Athletic Field during this Charity Cup match, the 16-hour-a-day man once again taking care of business. Ahmed Garg coming on as George Carlos takes a break for Croatia-Adria. And Brent Salem with the free goal kick for Croatia. Excuse me, that was Prasad to Salem. To Bellio. Played into the box. Orser is there. Carboni can't get to it. Carboni once again.
Well done, Pino. Well done, Pino. Go, Reggie.
Very real opportunity there. Carboni couldn't get to that ball. And Croatia had 2 good chances to put it in the back of the net. Couldn't make it. Orser for Croatia. They're putting on some pressure now. Gets to the goal line. Plays it back. Fay loses his footing, and Bryson puts it into touch.
Oh, that was definitely an excellent chance. The defenseman miskicked the ball, and the goalie recovered enough to touch it and put it off the post. And then another player cleared it.
Prasad plays it wide for Papchuk. Challenged by Castricino. Castricino gets through, pushes it through for Plummer. Plummer's got a break here. Plummer's got a break. Shoots it, and a bit of a wasted shot. 2-on-1 there. But it was a good play by the Flyers as Castricino returned the favor and put Plummer through on that ball from the far wing.
Well, Tommy looked like he had a chance to clear break on net, but he slowed down and gave the defensive player a chance to come over and cover him, and then he took a quick shot and miskicked it. Maybe it would have been better to put it across to number 20, Spadafora, for a chance on net.
Hello.
And we have Adrian Bellio challenging there, coming away with the ball. Bellio for Croatia coming forward, maintaining possession in midfield. Playing it over here for number 12. Croatia, but loses possession. Plummer pushes it past Prasad, but Prasad is back to recover for Croatia. Long ball into the middle. Bellio once again to Salem. Brent Salem coming forward. Salem pushing the ball in the midfield. Plays it wide on the wing for Amit Garg.
Pick up 13. Pick up your
Garg trying to beat his man. Kuznik is there. Kuznik chips it forward. Bellio lays it off. Nobody there, and once again, Italia Flyers coming forward. Ray Purdon for Plummer. Plummer. Purdon makes a run through. Good ball. Purdon with a chance, and an excellent save once again by keeper David Ledger. And an infraction indicated by the referee. A push against the Flyers, and we'll have a free kick. Quickly taken by Croatia Orser. Another golden opportunity once again, and a brilliant save by Dave Ledger.
Definitely the Brent Ledger has kept Croatia in the game. He's made about 4 excellent saves.
Svalina with the throw in for Croatia to Salem. Svalina once again. Mike Svalina coming forward.
Don't let him walk in. Come on.
Playing the ball wide, switching the play to Amit Garg. Garg pushing forward. Garg once again. Trying to chip it in the box, but Carboni comes off his line. Throws it out for Ray Purdon.
Bring it out. Bring it out.
Orser dispossesses Purdon of the ball, puts it in a touch, and we'll have a Flyers throw in. With about 8 minutes left to go in this Charity Cup match. It's Italia Flyers 2, Croatia Adria no score, and certainly the Flyers are deserving of a 2-goal lead at this
Oh, definitely.
point.
It could have been a few more if it wasn't for the goalkeeper.
Croatia gets to it. Svalina once again. Svalina coming forward for Salem. Well read by the Flyers. Croatia. Bellio, good moves there. Excellent individual skills. Beats his man. Moving in the center. Vacaturo, the challenge. Flattens. Vacaturo flattened Bellio there, but the Flyers came away with the ball. No call. Fair challenge indicated by the referee. Headed by Garg, but Carboni is there. Hauls it down. No dangers. Lets his players move forward. And looks for Castricino. Carlo Castricino looking for Plummer. Prasad for Salem. Salem. Into space once again. Challenge from behind and an infraction called against Mike Cassidy by the referee, and we'll have a free kick awarded to Croatia Adria. Brent Salem setting it up. Once again, if we look at the Croatian team, well, this time they only have 2 players back. They've marginally better, but again, it's 2 players guarding 1. And they're back behind 2 goals. And Salem on the direct shot on goal from well out. Tried to bend that ball, did successfully, but banded wide of the goal. No problems there for keeper Carboni, and we'll have again a goal kick as Flyers make substitutions. Coming on once again, Farrington for the Flyers, and number 7, I believe that's Sean Dowling, whose father played in the senior league many years ago and was, as I understand it, just an excellent player.
Is that Mike Dowling?
Mike Dowling,
yeah, definitely. I played against Mike, and we got together with the old timers a couple of times, and the skills are still there.
Good ball through for Frank Kuznick. Kuznick taking the shot just wide of the post. Guard couldn't get on it. And we'll have a goal kick awarded to the Flyers. But a quick break there by Croatia Adria. Kuznick couldn't put it in the far post, and Guard couldn't get a foot to it. But an opportunity there nonetheless. I noticed it's a Croatia Adria player going to get the ball because the Flyers are in no rush to get play underway.
The thing is, you know, that's part of the game. When you're ahead, you like to slow the game down. When you're behind, you like to speed it up.
And the referee's indicated he wants play underway. Pino Vacaturo with the goal kick here. Long one once again looking for Castricino. Challenged. Spadafora into the middle. Castricino. Little push on Prasad by Spadafora, not called. Into touch. Should be a Croatia throw-in, and I think we'll see a different Flyers team because certainly Tommy Plummer controlled midfield in this game and distributed the ball extremely well. And with him out of the play, I think out of the game for the moment, I think we'll see a little slightly different style from the Flyers.
The thing is, the Flyers are up ahead 2-0. There's not much time left, so they decided to rest Tommy and
let some of the
give
younger
some
players.
of the younger guys a chance to play.
Dowling challenging there. Cleared by Croatia, pushed forward. Vacaturo is back. And keeper Carboni gathers the ball in. Long clearance, once again looking for Castricino. Prasad gets ahead to it. Here's Spalina. Spalina back heels it to Salem. Salem coming forward, looking for number 12 for Croatia. Tries to control the ball, keeps it in play, but Carboni came off his line and was able to pick it up. Croatia finding some space, putting through balls in on the wing, and
well, the thing is that they're throwing a lot more men up, and possibly they should have done that a little bit earlier.
Castricino coming forward, challenge. Castricino once again, and good hands by Ledger. Grabbed that ball, that shot out of the air. But a good, again, showing the skill of Carlo Castricino to get that shot off under pressure, and David Ledger's ability to demonstrate the skills of a good goalkeeper. Frank Kuznick for Croatia. Kuznick trying support, lays it off for Spalina. Spalina challenge, plays it, lays it back. Bellio can't get to it. Bellio and Kuznick. Kuznick with the shot. Off a defender, but Ahmed Garg is there for Croatia Adria. Garg on the far wing. Oh, pushed into touch by Corey Burnett, and we'll have a free kick awarded to Croatia Adria. But as you say, with a few more players coming forward, Croatia's creating some chances and getting a few opportunities to put the ball in the back of the net.
Well, I also see that number 18, Brent Salem, is playing a little bit much further up than he was in the first half and most of the game, and that's basically what he should have done in the first place.
And again, on that free kick, went off a Flyers player, so we'll have a corner. No, it's a goal kick, so it must have gone off Ahmed Garg over the goal line, and we'll have a goal kick awarded to the Flyers. And again, the Flyers taking their time with about 2 minutes left and a 2-goal lead. They're in no hurry. Vacaturo there. The referee indicating he wants play underway. Bellio to guard. Pushing it forward. Looking for Kuznick. Purdon is there. Purdon shielding the ball into touch, and a Croatia throw in.
That's right. Jamie's a short line.
Spalina chipping it for Orser, but Bryson read the play well. Spatafora there. Purdon's come up from his fullback position to Castricino. Castricino coming forward, pushes it forward for Spatafora. Offside indicated by linesman Jack Anselmo. And we'll have a free kick awarded to the Croatia Adria team. I have less than a minute left to go on my watch. Tony Orser plays it on the far wing to Adrian Bellio. Bellio coming forward, good skill, but can't get through all the players. Farrington plays it back. Meneghini. Off Croatia Adria, so it'll be a Flyers throw in. Glenn Bryson taking this throw in for the Flyers. Taking his time, looking for somebody to move into position. For Spatafora. And played back to keeper David Ledger. By my watch, we're into injury time. Amit Garg has come way back to take this for Croatia, plays it back to his keeper, David Ledger, and I suspect we'll see a long punt here by Ledger. Flicked forward, Croatia Adria with a chance here. That's Bellio once again. Looking for Garg, Garg making a run, challenging the keeper, and Garg got hammered by Carboni. And it's an infraction indicated by the linesman.
Play it steady. Forget the offsides and that.
Free kick awarded to Croatia Adria. Amit Garg limping out there. Play gets underway. Free kick. Croatia up into the back of the net. And I believe that was Frank Kuznick with the goal. With less than a minute remaining on my watch for Croatia. The score now, Italia Flyers 2, Croatia Adria 1, with less than a minute in this half. Play will be resuming in just a moment. Once again, the Flyers showing that they're not overly interested in getting play underway in a hurry. Glenn Bryson for the Flyers. Challenge to Dowling. Dowling into the middle. And referee Frucci blows the whistle to bring this game to a conclusion. This Charity Cup semifinal match between the Italia Flyers and Croatia Adria comes to an end with the Flyers winning 2-1. I'd like to thank my color commentator Mario Anselmo for being here, and I'd like to thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching Senior Men's Soccer on TV7, your community sports channel. Good evening and good soccer.